Well, joining me now to discuss the person who drew a lot of attention to this incident by posting this now viral video online, author and the president of Libertas Institute, Connor Boyack. Connor, appreciate you posting this thing very much. You know, first off, where'd you get it from, and what was the initial reaction on the internet?
So I got a direct message on Twitter from Jayden's mom 2 days ago. They had actually tried to get local media. They literally drove down to the local TV station. Jayden tried ringing the doorbell to get a reporter to come talk to him. Nobody would. She reached out and said, "Hey, can you help us get some attention? We're trying to fight this. My son wants to stand up for his rights." I said, "Sure, I'll post it in the morning on Twitter." I got her permission for everything that I posted. Sent it out at 8 a.m. I went into a meeting for an hour. I come out and it's got like 10 million views, libs of TikTok, and everyone is spreading it around. It's now got a combined social media view like 40 million plus. Yeah. A lot of people are fired up about this, and rightly so.
Yeah, well, the Democratic governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, defended the Gadsden flag publicly after this incident, but also said, we reached out for a statement, and they gave us one. Said Governor Polis is pro-freedom and supports freedom of expression. Governor Polis wants Colorado kids to enjoy their free speech and learn from their peers when they interact in the classroom and beyond. What do you think?
Well, he's actually siding with the Supreme Court, who in 1969, over a Vietnam War issue, said that no, students can wear armbands that protest the war. This is their right of expression, and this is what education is all about, is learning about and how to disagree with different viewpoints that you might not want to associate with. The Supreme Court has had that policy for decades, and yet schools like Vanguard in Colorado Springs are certainly unfamiliar with the constitutional rights of their students and subsequently violate them in some of these instances. So what the governor has said is exactly right. I only wish he would have got on the phone and kind of berated the schools himself, but a statement is, all we can get, so that's fine.
Well, from a Democratic governor, we'll take it. But the kid was allowed to go back to school. Obviously, the school board, the board of this charter school said, yeah, you can go back. But my issue is this teacher, to my knowledge, hasn't faced any consequences. They haven't been suspended for basically being historically illiterate. This is an educator.
Yeah. Well, and, beyond even the educator, Jaiden yesterday, he sat alone at lunch. He went back to school. He said, "I'll do a sit-in if I need to. I'm standing up for my rights." He goes back. By this time, things had already blown up with the video, and so no one said anything to Jaiden. But he's sitting at lunch alone, and his mom is telling me after via text, like, what's going on with him. So I posted on Twitter again last night, and like, guys, we need to show some love. When someone stands up like this for their rights, we got to stand with them. And people have flooded the comments, and Jaiden is just absolutely loving it. So we need more people like Jaiden. We need to be like Jaiden, because this is not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time.
Right, and a lot of times these people who push this insane narrative, they're either constitutionally wrong or historically incorrect. And when we have people like that making these policies, these are young kids. They're not to be indoctrinated. They're to be educated. I mean, what would you say if you were sitting in a school board meeting right now with this board?
Well, I would say, frankly, to parents, I'd rather address parents than the school board. And I'd say to parents, like, if you don't want your children to be exposed to these types of individuals, you need to question the system that you're putting them into. 87% of high school teachers are Democrats. 84% of elementary school teachers are Democrats. So if you're a conservative and you have a different worldview and different values, you need to question whether a system like that is ever going to be sufficiently reformed, or if you're ever going to be able to check and balance it in a way that's going to make sure that they're not trying to introduce their bias and their ideas into your kid. It's the price of our freedom as parents to raise our children. It's eternal vigilance. We have to be paying attention to this stuff. You can talk to the school board. You can get them to issue a statement. You can issue revise the district policies all you want. We have to be talking about something more fundamental, and that is, how are we educating kids? Who are we entrusting them with during their most intellectually formative years, because they're frankly mostly left-leaning, and we're seeing some of this manifest with their historical illiteracy and their opposition to freedom.
Yeah, and it, quite frankly, it drives me nuts. But good on these parents. Connor Boyack, we appreciate you putting this video out. Stay strong, brother.
Of course. Thank you.
All right.